Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the MLP cast for JoinDotA League. Well, it should be JoinDotA League Season 11. It currently says JoinDotA League Season 10, which is incorrect, but on the stream, you won't notice that. If you don't know me, it's Mike LaPhoenix, some Australian dude who hasn't casted for about a month. So please do let me know if you notice any issues with the stream, because I noticed a few issues just before I started streaming, which was a bit of a headache. But you may have noticed me kind of rushing around and trying to fix things on the stream, maybe not. Regardless, let's get into the game. I'm so excited to finally be casting again. This is the first cast of the new Dota season for me. RRQ, I know them very well. I've casted them many times. 496 Gaming, I have never casted, I don't believe. So, it's going to be interesting. Don't know what to expect from these guys. I do know they're from Vietnam. We'll go through some picks and some bans because they're going out rather quickly. So, Lich, Nightstalker ban, pretty standard. And Veno Visage ban, very standard as well. RRQ, they picked up the Nyx Magnus. And we see a Faceless Void Jakiro. Obviously, that is somewhat of a combo with the Jakiro Faceless Void. The Nyx, a very good position 4. And Magnus, of course, probably going to be sitting in that off lane. But we do love to see a Magnus here at the MLP Dota channel. We do love it. See the third ban out now. Anti-Mage. And in fact, they're banning rather quickly. So hopefully these guys aren't in a rush. Hopefully. See the Juggernaut and AE ban as well. Guys, like I said, anything wrong with the stream, just type it in chat. I do read it all the time. So if anything's too loud or anything like that, let me know. Because I'm an idiot and I didn't test it before I started streaming, so just let me know. Silencer now, last ban out from 496 Gaming. See 496 Gaming going into their reserve time now for that third pickup, but that's fine. They've got plenty of it. In fact, they hadn't wasted any up until this point. Still thinking about it though. They might be choosing that mid laner now, which is fairly standard. In fact, over a minute used for this third pick. 496, they're really thinking about it.
Welcome back, landlubber. Get any salt in your lungs?
I can't imagine they're having too much to think about quite yet, but the Nyx would be rather frustrating, and the Magnus, you've always got to be careful of that RP. Not to mention as well, you have no idea who's going to pick up they're going to pick up as a carry to empower. You did notice the Anti-Mage Juggernaut ban. And a lot of that would have been specifically due to the fact that there's a Magnus in the game, and they really don't want an empowered Anti-Mage or Juggernaut on the side of RRQ. But this third pickup, unless someone's disconnected, and I believe 496 were having some connection issues prior to the game starting. Unless they have disconnected, they are taking a lot of time on this pick. And in fact, no, there it is. It's a Slaughter. Something you don't see very often. And RRQ straight off the bat pick up the Dazzle. So good pickup against the Faceless Void. As long as you don't get that Dazzle caught in the Chrono, you're going to be able to save pretty much whoever you want that's getting hit on by the Void. That position 5, going to have to be extremely careful on the side of RRQ not to get picked out with that Chrono.
5 seconds remaining.
The Slaughter does combo very well with the Faceless Void as well, because if you do get a Chrono, especially early, Void doesn't hit very hard, but you put that Corrosive Haze on, it's going to deal a lot more damage. So it's a good little pickup from 496, and they haven't got much reserve time left, and it looks like they're going to use the rest of it right now. It is a Tinker pick. Okay, so they were probably sitting there going, should we pick the Tinker now at that third pick? And they said, no, we'll wait it out a bit. That's an interesting one. I don't know if this is too greedy. I don't know if it's just right. It really depends on how 496 Gaming play, and like I said, I haven't seen much of them. There's a quick Ember Spirit pickup as well from RRQ. So he's going to be able to do a lot of damage in that mid lane against the Tinker with the Searing Changes and the Flame Guard. Overall, again, it's a good pickup against the Tinker because it makes it very hard for that Tinker to get just in enough range to get those last hits. And of course, you could argue that the laser can be rather frustrating for the Ember, which of course it can. But that's kind of besides the point. The point is that laser is not going to be able to be spammed as much as Ember Spirit's going to annoy the living hell out of him with the Searing Chains Flame Guard. Final ban out now coming from RRQ. We did see the Weaver being banned out from the side of 496. And they're going to use most of their reserve time because they chose so fast that they can afford to. So they're probably going to waste a lot of this reserve time just making sure they ban out who they need to. And it looks like they're... I mean, the Void could be on the safe lane. And in fact, it probably will be, considering there's a Slardar who can offlane as well. But there's a lot left to the imagination with 496's draft. So we'll have to wait it out a bit longer and see what they're going to do. But RRQ's left thinking a lot about this ban. One minute remains on that reserve time. They're literally going to use all of it. They probably already know their last pickup. And it looks like we are looking for a safe laner for RRQ as well. In fact, it may not be. They might put the Ember... They might switch it up a bit because we do know Storm deals very well with the Tinker, but so does Ember Spirit. So I'm not sure the Storm's necessary in this instance. Not to mention the fact, of course, that it's not in the meta. It will be the Mirana that's banned out. That's rather interesting. That's a hero that did not come to my mind whatsoever. That is why, however, I'm not a pro player. I'm sure there was an extremely good reason for banning that out. Final pickup now for RRQ.
5 seconds remaining.
And they are going to use that final 19 seconds of that reserve time to just pick out what they really want. And it will indeed be a Wraith King. What the hell am I looking at? Alright. I suppose that works. I don't know how it's going to work, but I suppose it does. I mean, they haven't really got anything to deal with it, but the Void is a natural diffusal carrier, so that might be enough. Especially in the early stages. Diffusal Manta might do the job against the Wraith King. And there's a Lifestealer. Okay. So you've got the Slardar Nakes combo. This is going to be an offlane Void by the looks of it. It will be a position 4 Slardar, position 5 Jakiro. 458, of course, will be in the mid lane on that Tinker. This is going to be interesting. I'm really not sure how this game is going to go, to be perfectly honest with you guys. I was not expecting a Wraith King, nor was I expecting a Lifestealer, nor was I expecting a Tinker, for that matter. But I do like how within this meta, people are still choosing different things. And still trying to work out the meta just before it changes. And if Icebrog, if by any chance you're listening, please, for the love of God, release a new patch. I'm so sick of playing against Necro, it's not even funny. Well, we won't be in the, it won't take too long to be into the game. Alright, and we're in. Let's have a look through the players and the drafts and see what the hell's going on. So, Tengu, is that how you pronounce it? Like I said, I don't know this team very well. Tengu will be on the Slaughter. Please do tell me if I'm pronouncing it wrong, for the love of God. 458 will be on the Tinker. We have Nakes being played by Kira. Jikiro will be played by Magical. And finally, we have a Faceless Void being played by Gorgi, or Corgi, I should say, like the dog. Side of the Dire, we have RRQ. Koala will be on the Magnus. We do have a Sil. He'll be playing that Dazzle. Nakes, or Nyx Assassin, my apologies. Zephyr will be playing that one. Kel'Thuzad we do see on the Wraith King. And finally, we see Yabi on the mid Ember. We probably should pay attention, however, to this top lane where it looks like there might be some action going on. It's like 496. Really want to get that bounty rune and don't want to give it away to that Kel'Thuzad Wraith King. In fact, 458 will even join in. They've got all 4 heroes up here. Tengu trying to find a big stun, but not going to be the case this time around. And it looks like they will go for a bit of a fight. Kel'Thuzad does not have anything level up quite yet, so now he does. The Wraith Fire Blast is up. They're going to go on Tengu here. Zephyr's there as well with the combo and the heal bomb. But Tengu with the triple stun. It's going to be enough though. Zephyr goes down as well. It's 2 down, 1 from each side. Kel'Thuzad, he ended up getting the first blood and he's going to go for a run. And he looks like he will be okay. Asil might not be though. Corgi going to continue the chase. Does not have the bash leveled up. Of course, he is only level 1. Asil going in for a few more hits. But that heal bomb from Asil, my goodness. You forget about that. You really forget about how much damage that does early. And then it does it to you and then you go, oh right, it does a lot of damage. Kel'Thuzad now making the chase. Corgi, he's still going. The dual fire hits. Asil gets stunned up though. Asil healing up with the heal bomb again. Asil might actually tick out here. No, he'll be perfectly fine. Tengu comes back up. And what an absolute bloodbath to start off this top lane. Poor Asil. 50 HP, the poor man's running off right now, trying to heal up. He's even pulling for the time being. Zephyr is back into the lane. Looks like he made the walk of shame. And this lane's going to be one we have to watch. Obviously, Corgi's not going to have an easy time up here. He does have that poor man's shield, but he has no regen. So, obviously he can time walk things off, but you've got to be careful. Meanwhile, bot lane Koala skewers up Kira to that T1 tower, and a lot of damage is dealt to Kira. He did have 8 tangos at the start, though, so he will be okay. Not to mention the passive lifesteal, of course, but my goodness. And now Yabi's the one in trouble, because Slaughter, he's coming in. Where is he, in fact? No, not quite yet, Tengu. He's waiting about. It looks like he might have been spotted as well, because they did ping. And he will end up backing off for the time being. But things going very, very crazy already. Tengu not going to have the easiest time in the world finding those kills in the mid lane, it looks like. But there is that Azova Ward up here, which just gives enough vision. So he should know Tengu is around the area. But you can't stay back all your life. Yabi's got to get in there and get some last hits. And he is already behind 458 on that Tinker, but it's to be expected. Although now he goes in with the Flame Guard, and he might actually go down here because Tengu's there. He gets the stun off as well. Can they hold him in place? There's no block there. They did try, but the laser is enough damage. Level 2 laser, of course, all pure damage, 160 at that. And it was just too much for that Ember to deal with, especially this early on, and Yabi will end up dropping. Meanwhile, the Koala, bot lane Kira, he's about to go down here. He does use the slow Koala. He does not have the skewer available. Has the Empower though. And looks like he may have wanted the Shockwave after all, but didn't end up getting it. Looks like he will continue the chase for the time being. And I mean, this is all time that Kira can't farm, so it's all worth it. The skewer's up, but he needs the mana. Tengu's in the area there, and he just used the clarity, and he gets cancelled off immediately. Koala now being chased up by Tengu. The skewer back onto Kira, and he gets the kill. Koala! Oh, wow. 458 did come running in. He just got himself an invis room, but my goodness. What a beautiful skewer. Wow. 458 now. Mid lane, Yabby. 458 just shows himself straight away. Not interested in trying to go for a gank because no one's really around with the stun at this point to help him out. You can see Zephyr getting those ancient stacks going for his Wraith King and the Ember Spirit, of course. You can do that with the Empower of the Magnus. You just cleave them all down, of course. Yabby. Saw him get so low in that mid lane, and he salves up. He can't get the illusion. In fact, it's a bit of a bait. Yabby, he ran too far. They won't really be able to get him, and 458 actually blocks himself for a bit. Zephyr comes in, misses the stun, but gets the mana drain. And it looks like Yabby will be okay, although he goes back in. He has to be very careful about this. And he will be alright for the time being, but that laser is just so good against the Ember. Obviously does go through the Flame Guard. It is pure. And clearly I was completely wrong about this mid lane because this Ember is going to struggle a lot against this Tinker. For the time being, it seems. Kel'Thuzad. We haven't talked about him much. 27 last hits. It's top of the network, or top of the last hits board, I should say. He did also get the first blood. So he's having a decent game. In fact, I'd say he's having a great game at this point. Looks like Corgi. Trying to find himself a dazzle, but... In fact, he's got himself a... What is that? A double? Yeah, it's a triple. My apologies. Oh, Corgi. Corgi. Oh, the courier! Corgi! Asil gets the last hit. What was that? Corgi. Oh, I mean, that. Look, we've all done it before. We've all done it before. Don't laugh at him. But my goodness. It's a bit of a shame when that happens. The miss micro. Zephyr now being chased up. Magical. Continuing the chase. They want to keep going because they have Tengu around the area, but they'll have to let him be for the time being. They can't find him. He's juking around way too much. And he'll have to run through a few towers to get back into safety. So as we were saying, Kel'Thuzad doing a great job at the moment. He's having a great time last hitting. Looks like Asil will take advantage of that triple stack and get rid of his creep wave. Bot lane, Koala going to be in big trouble here. Magical's there. The Ice Path does actually connect, but the skewer was there beforehand. Now Tengu gets the stun off, and now Kira will just hit him to death. Although there is a seal, he did not have the Shallow Grave available. He did use the heal, but it wasn't enough. Can he get a return kill though? Magical, copying a lot of damage. And of course, it will not be enough. A seal on the Dazzle cannot hit him for hard enough. And he did not go for that Shallow Grave. Now he does, but it's just a bit too late. He may have been able to save Koala on that Magnus had he had it. But it was going to be very, very tight had he actually gotten it in time. It's like things are still pretty hot in the mid lane. Zephyr getting very low. Tengu's around the area as well, but Asil is in the back line, so he will be able to help him out if need be. He'll be alright for the time being. Tengu stun up on the Wraith King, but I don't know what that's really going to do for him. Kel'Thuzad, he's perfectly fine right now. And there's not really a way to kill him. Even if they had the chrono available on the Void, it's not really going to do the job. It doesn't feel like there's enough backup right now to really get the job done. It's like a Seal. Gonna find himself magical. And actually gonna cop a fair bit of damage, but this it looks like he will be alright. Whoops. Bot lane. Kira. Looks like there will be a gank. Tengu comes in, stuns up Asu, and Asu should just drop here with the Ice Path. He does end up going down. Koala now going to be chased up as well, but Magical won't really be able to hold him in place any longer. That Ice Path was on cooldown. And you can see as well, Koala, he's gone for that build where he doesn't actually go for the RP straight away. Rather, he's maxed out the Shockwave. He's probably going to max out that Empower as well, but you definitely want at least one level in the RP very, very soon. You don't want to lose any kills because of it. Now, my goodness, what damage is this? Asil with that heal bomb again. And Kel'Thuzad hitting like an absolute truck. He does already have a Mask of Madness and Treads available. So once that stun is out, if you can get yourself a couple lucky crits, it's pretty much a dead Void. And he was one hit away just then. But that Time Walk did come in and save the day. Kira. We haven't spoken about him too much either. He's not farming as well. In fact, we'll bring up the net worth now and see what's going on exactly. But as you can see, Kel'Thuzad is about almost 1.5k gold ahead. And we can't really put that down to the fact that Kira's not farming well, but more so the fact that Koala's been giving him a real headache at that bot lane. So he may be able to catch up at the end of the day. 498, or sort of 458, my apologies, is going to catch up a lot in farm, obviously, with that with the March of Machines. In fact, did we just miss a kill? We did. I'm not sure where it was, though. They actually ended up killing each other there. So Koala finds himself a kill on Magical somehow. Well, we'll never know unless we check the replay. Looks like Koala might get ganked up right now, but no. In fact, they're just going for the tier 1 tower. Meanwhile, Tengu finds Kel'Thuzad. The rocket does connect as well. Does he have the reincarnate? Yes, he does. They can't drain enough mana at the end of the day. Koala comes in, does not use the RP, but they do get the kill. It looks like Tengu was left to his own devices against 3 heroes. .496 now trying to... Well, they're trying to take down the tier 1 tower. Koala not going to have any of it. Meanwhile, top laner Sil doing, well, not a position 5's job, but doing it regardless. Pushing the tier 1 tower top lane. 458 will come in with those boots of travel, though, and take care of that. Meanwhile, Tengu gonna run into a lot of heroes right now. Gets chained up. The stun is there, but it won't be enough. He will get taken down, and 496 did try to react. Couldn't get there in time. Yabi now thinking about going in, but has no mana for it. And Zephyr about to drop. And the rocket will not connect. He did not have vision of that Nyx assassin to get the job done. Koala now, meanwhile, in the backlines, in the Radiant jungle. Doesn't have that Blink Dagger yet. And, I mean, this is pretty dangerous territory to be in as a Magnus with that low HP, that close to getting a Blink Dagger. But Koala likes to live on the edge. Zephyr, just saying hello. Tengu. Got those tranquils. Getting relatively close to the blink. He needs quite a bit more gold, but nevertheless, for a position 4 Slaughter, not the worst in the world. And they really want to be able to push this tier 1 top, or bot, to actually get some gold coming in their way. And they are going to make a jump onto Zephyr now. The slow, the spy carapace, the invis as well, but it's not enough. The corrosive haze was there. And they will not make a jump. In fact, a lot of pings coming out. Yabby. He's running in, gets a double chain off, but that's a lot of damage being dealt to him. 458. Almost goes down. It was a big play from Yabby. He wanted to find that kill and get the hell out. Just did not work out that way. But it was a very good attempt. 458, of course, will be thanking his lucky stars. That was not enough damage. Raindrops are a good little item to pick up, kids. Always get yourself a raindrops. Does generally save you in most situations. 458 now trying to annoy Kel'Thuzad a bit, but it's a Wraith King. He'll be absolutely fine. Looks like the Wraith King is trying to get an Echo Saber right now as well. Yabby still trying to get the boots of travel himself, and he's fallen very behind in farm in comparison to the Tinker. Top lane now, we see Tengu come in with the stun. A lot of damage on Kel'Thuzad. They do take him out immediately, and that's because Kira was there as well. Now Kel'Thuzad 100% dead. No towers nearby to TP to, and they had to let him go. And that is the strength of the Nake's Bomb. Now they will find themselves a hero though. Who is it? It's the Void with a Chrono, Corgi. They do manage to get 2 in the Chrono, but he might still not be safe. There is an RP available with a blink onto Koala. Corgi runs in the trees. They do still see magical by the looks of it. Dropping an Observer Warden. 458 will join in. They have no Chrono available, but they're going to try and scare them off for jumping in the trees. Yabby, though, he's not scared. 458, got to be careful. The RP is there. It will connect on the main target, 458. He will drop now the Ice Path as well. Yabby, he's in big trouble. The Shallow Grave is there, though. Red Bull, will he get jumped on? Not quite yet. Yabby just wants to get out safely. Corgi just running away, this man. That Time Walk, Yabby's not going to have any of it, though. The Searing Chains misses. Somehow in hell they missed. Magical gets stunned up. The Poison Touch was there as well. He should end up dropping. The Ice Path does connect onto 2, but it won't be enough. Now Corgi still trying to run away. Yabby is still in the vicinity with just a slither of HP, but it's just enough to keep him alive. Corgi still trying to time walk everything off and doing so successfully. That being said though, Zephyr is in the area. Corgi has to be careful not to get too low. Zephyr trying to find a way to get in, but the tower is giving the vision. And now he's going to cop a bit of damage from this march. And I think this will be time for him to just get the hell out. But the rest of his team are here. They want to have another go. They don't have that RP. They know Zephyr's in Vendetta, and that wears off now. Corgi, he wants to have a go here, and Zephyr's going to be in a bit of trouble. Gets the stun off. The Jewel Breath is there as well, though. Yabby comes in, gets the chains, and the Remnants takes him out. Corgi, he just drops so fast. And that'll be it. They got the kill they waited for about a minute or so, even longer than that. Was it worth it? I suppose the answer is yes. It's still a big kill to get that offlane Void. In fact, he is getting very close to that Diffusal Blade now. He has those 2 Blades of Alacrity. You don't want him to get too close. Four, 5, 8 now back up. Oh, Tengu gonna find the Wraith King again, and he has Reincarnate, but he needs help. The stun off, no, the blink was there. Koala jumps in, has the RP, needs to connect the big one though if he wants to save his friend, and he's gonna go in for the kill. Nakes gets stunned up as well. Corgi time walks up onto the cliff and he's trapped. He has the Chrono available, but he's trapped. They know he's there. They get the chains, the Remnant as well. It looks like he's just gonna drop, and he does. He doesn't even throw the Chrono. It was just too shameful of a play. And 458, gonna throw out all those rockets he can, but what a misplay coming out from Corgi. Again, guys, we've all done it. That was a really upsetting thing to watch, but we've all done it. Silnel gets caught out. Tengu, Corrosive Haze, Ice Path, and the Macropyre as well. The Shallow Growth is there, and he's gonna try and TP out of this one. Will he make it though? It looks like he will. Very clutch from Asil, realizing there were no disables available to stop the TP. Now 458. Almost gets a kill on 4... Well, almost dies, I should say. But ends up getting out. I've got to say, the name 458 and the team name 496 is very confusing. Very confusing indeed. So if you haven't noticed, I've made the mistake of calling him 496 about 2,000 times now. Hopefully we won't get any more, but it's extremely confusing. Kel'Thuzad. Copping a rocket, but he'll be fine. Corgi now. Still trying to get that diffusal blade. Looks like there may be a smoke attempt coming out from RRQ. In fact, there is. They have the RP available in 10 or 12 seconds or so. So they're counting on it being ready, but they've got to wait. This could be a very, very big team kill, though, if they could find the RP. Magnus. Koala, it's all on him. He's got so much pressure right now. In fact, hold on a minute. The double stun from Zephyr. My goodness. The RP's not there yet, though. There it is. It's only onto one. Now the Chrono. It is only onto one on the Magnus. Koala, he will be fine by the looks of it. Kel'Thuzad's still going. It's 1-for-1 for each team. They're going to find the Nakes. Can they get the remnants? Yes, they can. Kira ends up dropping as well, so it's 2-for-1 so far now. Corgi still chasing Asil, now trying to run off. He is the one being chased. No time walk available until a second, and he will not get it, but the 4-man stun from Tengu, it won't do the job, but it was a great stun nevertheless. And it looks like that will be enough blood given to the side of RRQ. It was a 3-for-2 team fight. But a lot of cores ended up dying on the side of 496. And Kel'Thuzad, my goodness, he's getting way too farmed. He's actually going to have a jump here. Slaughter did not get the blink off. And now Tengu, he's going to be in big trouble. Gets skewered back. That should be enough. Bit of a misplay coming out from the Slaughter. Now 458. Doing very well for himself. He's going to be very close to that blink. Oh, the Aghanim Scepter, my apologies. About 2 grand away, in fact. And once he's got that Ags, it's going to make it very, very hard. Because your Wraith King's not going to be able to hit anyone. Ember Spirit's also not going to be able to hit anyone. And that's pretty much most of your damage gone. Now, Ember Spirit, of course, does deal mostly magical because they go for the Veil of Discord build. But still, it's still a lot of damage that's gone. 458. Jumps in. They want to find this kill. They do get the Spike Carapace. They know he's there. The stun as well. The skewer. There is a TP in coming in from the Slaughter, but it won't be enough. In fact, he gives up on it. Quick kill coming out for RRQ, and that's a very, very big one to get. That man needed to be stopped ASAP, and he was. Kira, a man we have not spoken about often enough. He's got the armlet. He's going for the Deso next. In fact, he's only about 100 gold away, but there's the blink on mid lane to the Slaughter. Tengu. Ice Pass saves him for the time being. Kel'Thuzad will let it go. Was a bit afraid that there'd be a lot of TP rotations coming in, which there was. That being said, I hear an Nake's bomb. Tengu. He will just heal up with the Tranquils and look himself for a kill. Looks like Zephyr will be around the area, but he will not scout out this Tengu Slaughter. And in fact, they found Yabi the stun, and it's just too much damage once Kira's out. He's got that full Deso now as well. In fact, mid lane, hold on a minute. Kel'Thuzad, the RP is well into the void. They take down 2 in the mid lane, so when they knew that the Slaughter and the Nakes were gone, they jump straight away and take down 2 in the mid lane, and you'd argue that's the better trade. The Void, Jakira going down for an Ember, not the worst trade in the world for the side of RRQ. And it's one of those things they've got to be very careful about on 496's side, because once the Slaughter Nakes show themselves, the rest of the team can't really be in the open like that. They do end up getting the Tier 1 Tengu, get stunned up. It might be a well-worthy trade. They do get that kill. Now Kira comes in for a fight. Ice Path is there on the Wraith King as well, but Kel'Thuzad, he has the Reincarnate. Ember Spirit TPing in as well. The macro drop double chains, and this isn't looking good for 495 and 496. My goodness, Kira. They're going to drop. Kel'Thuzad, he'll drop as well, though. So much damage coming out from the Tinker. Corgi, chained. Does have the chrono. Team fight still going the way of RRQ. 496. Their only saving grace really there was the Tinker. 458. And even then, it really didn't feel like they got any. They didn't get a much better trade than they could have. So it was a very aggressive move coming out from 496. Kira just jumping in even though his Slider was 100% dead. In fact, speaking of Slider, Tengu gets caught out again. The stun has been used. Now the Veil, and Yabi realizing he can get an easy kill here, although this could be a bait. In fact, Corgi's there. Diffusal. Rockets coming in as well. A lot of damage. He does try and slide out of this, but the stun is there as well, and they will get the kill. And Yabi, he's having a really, really tough game. His farm is relatively low. He only got the Veil a couple minutes ago. Trying to get that blink now, but definitely not the game he's used to, where he's able to find so much farm so quickly. Koala going to show himself mid lane. There is, of course, a smoke coming out from the side of 496. And he is a primary target to go for. He's trying to make a run for it. He does have the RP, and he has a 4-stuff blink as well. Tengu blinks in the wrong way, misses it. Now they're going to go for a team fight. Corgi misses the chrono and the double RP. The Macropire Ice Path, though. Koala drops. Now Kira still going. Asil uses the shallow grade to stun out from Zephyr as well. They can't take down Kira. Kel'Thuzad, he might just drop here. He doesn't have the reincarnate quite yet, and he can't arm the toggle out of that one. Zephyr still trying to go for this. Yabi misses the chains. Now the Remnant, he will find Corgi, but he needs the chains up, and it's a couple seconds away. The rockets are coming in as well, and 458, they want to go for this now. The Ice Path misses. 458 out of mana, now has some, but not enough to kill off Yabi, but still 3 down for the side of RRQ for the sake of killing a Slider. And a lot of golden XP going to the way of 496. And you've got to be careful when you give these kills away, because that's what brings teams back into the game. Zephyr keeping close eyes right now on the side of 496. He does spot out the next bomb incoming from Tengu, and that will pretty much tell the rest of his team to get the hell out. Though they might even go for a gank here though. Zephyr, no, they'll let it go for the time being. Midas is available, of course. Don't want to waste too much time holding that passively. Oh, wait a minute. They found him. The sentry was there. Now Kel'Thuzad, it was a bit of a bait, though. The stun up. It looks like Slider will end up dropping in. Kira's very low. That being said, the bouncing lasers. Koala still alive through all this. The reincarnate is still available. And there it is. Kira, he's in big trouble right now. Zephyr, the remnants, they take him out. Now Corgi going to have to try and make a run for it. No chrono available, although he can time walk. Now playing around with the Yabi a bit. The Ice Path from Magical again. But 2 drop from the side of 496, and I mean, I believe that was a bit of a bait. It looks like they knew the sentry was there, and they went in and baited out the next bomb, and it worked out very badly for the side of 496. So both teams again will slow down a bit. 458. Still got a bit of farming to do. He wants that Hex up. Once you got that Hex, team fights become a lot worse for RRQ. As well as that, you can see the Naix is trying to get the Basher Sakura. Trying to get that added disable. It's like Koala was spotted out, but he will just get the hell out of there immediately with the 4-star Blink Skewer. Kel'Thuzad. Not really afraid. Once you've got that level 3 reincarnate, it's such a quick cooldown at 40 seconds. There's not really much to be afraid about. Koala, they have smoked up. They want to go for a play here. They're using Kel'Thuzad as bait right now. And it should be fairly obvious bait, but that being said, Zephyr, he did find 458. They want to go for this big kill. They do get it. Magical now. The BKB used by Kel'Thuzad. Magical being chased up. The rest of 496 aren't in the area right now. They're still going. Void TPing in. Does he have the chrono? Yes, he does. Now the stun up. It does catch Kel'Thuzad, but it's not enough. Zephyr's there. Misses the stun though. But still 2 down for the side of 496. And this is going to mean, well, it could mean a tier 2 now. They already took down the tier 1 mid. And it looks like they're not really interested in it quite yet. They'll let it go for the time being. In fact, they'll go for the Roshan instead. With the Corrosive Haze on the Wraith King. Daring them to come into the pit. And try to do something. It looks like 496 not interested whatsoever in even attempting it. Which is probably a smart choice at this point. Aegis will be given to the Ember Spirit Yabi. They did not want to give it to the Wraith King. I think Yabi definitely needs it a bit more at this point. Just because he does deal a hell of a lot of damage if he's left to his own devices. And well, he's dying quite a lot at this point. Zephyr gets caught out. Tengu misses the stun, but did have a good attempt there. RP? No, it was not used, I don't think. No, it was. Apparently an RP was used, and I was under the impression that it was for the Tinker, but looks like 458 managed to get out of it. Looks like the bot lane will be the target for the side of 496 now. RRQ. Not going to just let them have it, of course, but Kel'Thuzad does have to be relatively careful. He's by himself at the moment. Tengu going to see him. Not quite close enough to blink on at this point now. And the rest of RRQ will join Kel'Thuzad to ensure that they can defend that. That being said, though, the Sentry Ward. Good little, good little bait out coming out from 496. Ice Path will connect onto Kel'Thuzad, though. And the slow coming out from the Nakes. And there's the stun as well. Kira, the Chrono, the Macro as well. There's nothing to save Asil or the Wraith King. The Reincarnate is there. Meanwhile, at the back lines, look at this. Yabi dealing so much damage. There's no RP available, though, as well. Koala, Magical, gonna drop it, looks like. Not quite yet. Now he does. Kel'Thuzad still fighting like an absolute man. Kira goes down. Yabi, he's back up as well. They're gonna find another. This could be a full team wipe, but Tengu's just hiding at this point. And it looks like they won't know he's there. They're going to assume he TP'd out. And he will just make a run through the trees. See, the tier 1 ended up dropping just by the creeps. In fact, oh, Tengu, he gets caught out from Yabi. And that will be a full team wipe, ladies and gentlemen. Tier 2. In fact, the full mid lane being drawn out and the bot lane as well. They want to get both these tier 2s. Perhaps possibly try and push the tier 3 a bit. And then back out safely. In fact, yes, they will. Kel'Thuzad goes in with that Mask of Madness. Fortification forced out. Of course, he did have the Empower, but it's now gone. Macropie dropped. Kel'Thuzad can still sit there and hit it, but will cop a bit of damage. Zephyr as well. Gonna have to be careful. A lot of heroes respawning soon. There's no Chrono available, and it looks like that'll be it. In fact, no, they have the Reincarnate, so they can stick around. In fact, they have the RP as well. And this is a perfect time to go in. 458 almost takes down Kel'Thuzad. Now they do. Now they have to rethink this. And they will. Although, again, this could be a bait because Koala has the RP. So they could turn this around. Tengu. It looks like they do not want to go in. Zephyr's way too low. Yabi is relatively low himself. And Koala not looking the healthiest either. But still, three quarters of the tier 3 tower gone. And they've reset, they've smoked up, they want to go again. RRQ feeling very, very, well, daredevilish at this point. Not scared at all. They're gonna find one, and who is that? That would be a Corgi. And they're gonna... Did they just smoke again? They're gonna have another go. This would be rather unexpected, but now they kind of show what they're doing. You would argue this is the element of surprise. Although they did kind of give it away, as we saw. But still, now you're scared to go in. Tengu. Balls of steel, this man. Koala wanted to have a go, but not close enough. Now they're going to go for a fight. Zephyr, the ice path onto 3, though. Macropire, but Kel'Thuzad just rips apart 458. Now Kira's the next target. He won't survive too long, but the stun out from the slider does help Kel'Thuzad. The RP is only on the Jakiro, but they did end up taking out that slider as well. And Kel'Thuzad's on a triple. Still alive. Now Reincarnate is used. Kira will have to back off, and it looks like they might just call GG soon. The stun up again. Slider's going to drop. And that's a godlike streak and an ultra kill for Kel'Thuzad. Mid-Rax is going. There's no buybacks available apart from Kira, who can't really defend on his own. And did they just find a Void? Corgi again. He's going to get caught, and that's a Rampage coming out from Kel'Thuzad. Oh, and they're going to call GG. Surely they're going to call GG here. No, apparently not. Only RRQ will. They can't get 3 Raxes. That's the point, though. In fact, they can't even get 2. The tier 2 bot is still alive. I was under the impression they got both. The mid and the bot tier 2, but apparently not. Still get themselves a shrine nevertheless. They may just go in for that tier 2 bot now as well, but then again, there are other targets on the map. Roshan may respawn in about 2 minutes and 5 seconds. Oh, did they find 458 again? Yes, they have. Oh, the Spike Carapace does hold him. The Slider Fist, they know where he is. They have no remnants. The stun does connect, though. Zephyr. Quick thinking from these two guys, and they get the kill. 458. He just went in to push the lane out, but he's died way too many times. He's fallen so behind. 3 of the top net worths right now are on the side of RRQ. And the team from Vietnam not looking too healthy at the moment. Tengu. Kel'Thuzad definitely knows that there's a Nax inside of him, but not scared at all. Now they come out. Kira gets stunned up through the Spike Carapace and the stun. Now Koala pushes the slider back in, but gets them both stunned up. Yabi gets the chains. They should be able to find an easy kill onto Tengu. Kira still being chased. They know Zephyr's behind him. In fact, the sentry is not theirs. Stun is there though. Kel'Thuzad with the stun as well. The ice path won't affect while you have a BKB. And Koala finds a Jakiro. In fact, he has a Hex. When the hell did he get a Hex? They get that kill as well. 4 down on the side of 496. And this is becoming an absolute bloodbath for RRQ right now. 17 to 41 in terms of kills. And seriously, when the hell did Koala get a Hex? Like, you would not assume with 14k net worth he would have a Hex already.
Smart money.
Tier 3 now. That Empower, just adding so much damage. And there should be a fairly easy Rax. 458 is back up now, but they're going to look for kills. Zephyr not finding them. There is a skewer, and they found Corgi again, although the Hex was there, and it's already used. Corgi copping so much damage. The Chrono is forced to be used, but he will be able to reincarnate. It looks like, no, the Shallow Grave is there just to save him in time, and they want to drag this out as much as they can. Magical almost dropping. Now Kel'Thuzad does drop, but they take the Jakiro with him, and he'll just respawn. Tengu now with the stun. Kira wants to find this kill. The RP is only onto 1 so far. Koala, he'll drop. Now Yabi comes in. They've already got the racks. They probably should back out at this point. Asil, he drops as well. Zephyr gets the stun onto 1. And that'll be it. They'll split up. They'll try and run. They want Kel'Thuzad so badly, though. But Tengu just drops. And that's rather upsetting. For the Slider, of course, who just tried to get in there to throw a stun out. And everyone's back safely. And this is pretty much surgical at this point. RRQ taking their time. It looks like 458's March spam isn't helping whatsoever. Like, it helps a bit with the push. You push the lanes out a bit. Get the job done there, but... Thing is, Yabby, as you saw just then, he's just going to use a scan, find the Tinker, Remnant in, and take care of him. And Yabby's caught up quite a lot in farm. It's really hard to know how they're going to come back in this game, because 496, like, they do have the heroes for it. They definitely can do so. The problem is, though, like, Kel'Thuzad is so hard to kill. And he's gone for the no reincarnation mana cost. So it's pretty much impossible to kill this this Wraith King at this point now. Like, you've got to kill him twice. You've got no choice anymore. Looks like a Sil. There's gonna be a bit of a bait. In fact, it was Zephyr. There is a chains onto the slider now, though. And 458. They're hexing him up. Looks like Ember Spirit in a bit of trouble right now. There is a skewer back as well. Koala, he found Corgi. And they are bringing the fight to the other side of the map almost. Magical being chased up now as well. Kel'Thuzad gets the stun off. The Ice Path is there. Koala, he does have the RP available. He finds it onto 2. And there's no damage quite yet because they're hex on the Wraith King. Kel'Thuzad forced to use the BKB. Yabby on a dominating spree right now as well. So many hexes, but it doesn't even matter. Kira, he ends up dropping as well. Now the Chrono, but Corgi, he can't deal the damage. There's just no one to kill at this point. Tengu blinks him, but what can he do? A Sil will be dropped, it looks like. In fact, no, he's still alive through all this. Now he drops. 3 down for the side of 496, though. The Hex is there. They might be able to take down Koala on the Magnus, although he does just force stuff out for the time being, and he can't really run up the hill as the Tinker. And he will end up backing off. But again, 3 down. And 496, they're just not looking healthy. There is an MKB now available on Kel'Thuzad, so there's no evading his strikes. That laser doesn't matter anymore. In fact, now he has a butterfly. So, apart from maybe switching out the boots, Kel'Thuzad's 6-slotted. You could arguably get rid of the Blink Dagger as well, but why would you do that when you've got so much mobility with it and you're finding so much success with it? So you've got to kill this guy twice, and God forbid they give him the Aegis, you're going to have to kill him 3 times. We'll see who they do give it to. 2k crits coming out from Kel'Thuzad. They'll give Yabby both the Aegis and the cheese. And looks like they'll head straight to that top lane, and 496 just trying to defend their base at the moment. Corgi pushing out that bot lane. We saw 458 pushing out the mid. Their tier 2 will be under siege very, very soon. Tinker has to be very careful as well. The Lotus Orb is up on the Ember, so he doesn't want to hex himself. Zephyr uses Spike Carapace, gets that stun off, but 458 was pretty far back into the base. The smoke is there from RRQ. They definitely want to make a jump in. They have all their skills available. Good Chrono onto 3, though. Can they deal enough damage? The Macro Pyre, 1's down. The RP onto 2, though. In fact, it was 3. Kira just jumped out. Koala in a lot of trouble. He has a double RP! The refresher was there. And now they're going to find Kira. It looks like he can't really run out. A 1k crit coming out to him. Now 458 as well. He's in big trouble. Koala trying to find him the skewer back. They did find Kira at the end of the day. He did buy back now. He'll come back in. 458's dropped, though. He buys back as well. Corgi trying to fight, or trying to run rather. Kel'Thuzad drops him. He's on an ultra right now. He has the reincarnate as well, so you're going to have to kill him a second time. Yabby, he does not have, or he does have the Aegis in fact. They are going to find 458 on the Tinker, and he's going to drop. That's a rampage coming out from Kel'Thuzad. Now Kira trying to make a run, but it's GG well played. They've had enough. Kel'Thuzad just got way out of hand. They did not deal with him early enough, and well, what could you really do? That will be game 1, going to the side of RRQ. And we will be going into game 2 very, very soon, guys. If you enjoyed what you just heard or what you saw, consider following me at MLPDota on Twitter. Or follow the Twitch stream as well. I'm planning to cast very, very regularly, very, very soon. Otherwise, guys, I'll be right back with you. Put on some music. We'll go into game 2 of this best of 2 between RRQ and 496 Gaming. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to this game 2 of this best of 2 series between RRQ and 496 Gaming. It is Mike LaPhoenix or at MLP Dota. Well, we're back. RRQ. Let's have a chat. RRQ, pretty much, it was a fairly even game between both teams. 496 Gaming putting up a decent fight up against RRQ. In fact, at one stage it looked really bad. For the side of RRQ, it looked really, really bad. And then 496, well, I wouldn't say they dropped the ball. I just believe that the Wraith King from RRQ got online. And that really made all the difference. So now we'll have to see how this best of 2 series goes. But in case you didn't see game 1, spoiler alert, RRQ won. And it was an absolute bloodbath, so shame on you for missing it.
5 seconds remaining.
We do already see a couple bans coming out. It is the Veno Lich ban as well as the Night Stalker and now the Magnus. So they do not want to allow Koala to have that Magnus again because he knows how to play it. And he does fairly well with it. There is a quick Earthshaker pickup though coming out from RRQ, and of course we did see the Nyx from 496. So they will they will switch the Nyx roles around somewhat and take it off RRQ, give it to the boys of 496 and see what they can pull off with it. So Corgi will probably be playing. My apologies, not Corgi. Tengu will probably be playing that Nyx assassin as the position 4. There will be a Jakira as well picked up now from RRQ. So really switching it up here. Pretty much both teams choosing opposite each other. They're just going to choose the same drafts, but different teams, apart from the Earthshaker. There is, however, the Necro. Well, I was going to say I was somewhat shocked that we didn't see it in game 1. But 496, they thought, okay, guys, let's take this game seriously. Let's get the only hero that can't actually be killed in a game. Let's pick up the Necrophos.
5 seconds remaining.
And we'll see what RRQ can do about it. But my goodness, that hero is so ridiculous right now. And one would argue he's relatively in the meta. Third ban out now, coming out from RRQ. Will be the Visage. Visage is a relatively popular pick and a very powerful one at that. If you've got a really good Visage player, you always want to pick that hero. It's just so damn strong. So hard to kill. And that really feels like that's the story of this meta right now. It's just who's really hard to kill and can dish out a hell of a lot of damage after they couldn't kill him. And that would be Necro. That would be Visage. We did see the Wraith King as well being picked up, and that was the same kind of story. You can't kill him. And then once you can't kill him, he just turns around and hits you, and you're basically dead. Bloodseeker will be banned out as well as the AA. Of course, AA would be a very good counter to the Necro. Being that, Necro can't heal if he gets hit with the ulti, the Ice Blast. And that would be rather painful. Third pickup now coming up from RRQ though. We'll see what they can do. Obviously they have to be very careful with these picks now. Not that you wouldn't already know that this was coming if you let the Necrophos go through, but you do have to be relatively careful regardless. Will be the Dazzle pickup again.
5 seconds remaining.
Well, we'll see what the third pickup for 496 will be this time around. Not really sure what to expect. They did choose their offlaner this pick last game, but again, they may use all their reserve time for this third pick like they did last game. Like I said, they'll probably use the rest of their reserve time for this pickup. I don't know why they do this, but they do put a lot of emphasis on this pick. Of course, third pick is a relatively it's very important, but I just don't see teams usually using literally all their reserve time.
Radiant's turn to pick.
Silencer will be the pickup this time around. Okay, so they don't want Dazzle to just be able to shallow grave whenever he wants. Obviously, you can really stop that Earthshaker from initiating very well. It's a decent pickup here.
10 seconds. 5 seconds remaining.
Fourth pickup now coming up from RRQ.
Dyer's turn to pick.
And it will be a Monkey King pickup. Now that is a hero that you do see, it's become relatively popular as of late, but
Here's the Radiant Bat.
we'll have to see how it's played. There's a Bat Rider as well. And that will allow, of course, them to drag out the Monkey King out of that area when he does use the Wukong's command.
Dyer's bat now. Seconds. 5 seconds remaining. Dyer's turn to pick.
Husker and Meepo will be the final bans. I don't know if I was expecting a Meepo coming out from 496, but I suppose it is a fair ban to make. You never know. I don't think I've ever seen RRQ, well, I should say, I haven't watched enough 496 to know if they can play Meepo that well.
5 seconds remaining.
I trust they can. Last pickup now for 496. Gonna just use that rest of the reserve time that they have left.
Radiant's turn to pick.
And it will be a Sven pickup. Perhaps they did want to pick up a Meepo, you never know. Still though, I do like the pick. And I've got to say, 496's draft is, I'm liking what I see.
10 seconds.
RRQ, they need to finish this off strong. And we will... Oh my god. Alright, so...
What?
Basically what RRQ just said is, okay, you're going to choose your form of cancer, being the Necrophos. Allow us to choose our form of cancer, being the Viper. A very good hero against the Sven as well, up until he gets the BKB. Because he's just going to be able to hit him from range. Sven's never going to be able to catch up to him. And he's a very, very hard hero to kill. Well, at least both teams have their own forms of cancer, so it's fair. It's equal. Nevertheless, we'll be getting into the game relatively soon, and we'll be able to see what's going to go down this time around. We'll have to keep an eye on the mid lane, especially, because Yabby did have a very tough time last game. We'll have to see if that still stands. In fact, it's 4-5-8 this time around playing the Sven. I can't imagine they're going to put the Sven mid against the Viper. It should be Kira on the mid lane. So they've switched up their roles a bit. Alright, well, let's see how this goes down. Let's go through some players and some drafts and see what's going to happen this time around. So, on the side of the Radiant, we do have Koala. He'll be playing that Jakiro. We do have a Seal, of course, on that Dazzle again. We have an Earthshaker being played by Zephyr. That will be a position 4. Kel'Thuzad will be on that offlane Monkey King. And finally, we'll have Yabby, who will be on the mid Viper. Hold on a minute. Who's on the safe lane? Is this a safe lane Jakiro? Okay, no. So it's gonna be a carry. It's gonna be a carry Monkey King, but it looks like they're going to the. They're gonna be rather aggressive. They're gonna play aggressive tri lane. Potentially, I'm not 100% sure right now. Looks like there's already some action, so we'll have to skip the plays for just a moment. Koala, he'll be okay. So side of the Dire, Tengu. He'll be on that Nyx Assassin. 4-5-8 will be on the Sven. We do have the Necrophos being played by Kira. Silencer will be played by Magical. And finally, we have Corgi, who will be on that Bite Rider. And like I said, this draft is rather confusing from the side of RRQ. Both teams will end up getting 2 bounty runes. Monkey King playing a snail right now. Or a crab, my apologies. How dare I? It's like Zephyr gonna have to be relatively careful that Corgi doesn't break that smoke, and he won't. And they are gonna go for an early kill, it looks like, onto Kira. Yabby. Gonna want to skill up that poison attack, I believe, if they do want to go for a first blood, but I can't imagine it's gonna happen. Oh, you know what? In fact, Zephyr is going to go for that courier snipe. And a straight micro away. He's not the best hero to go for a courier snipe this early. But it will delay the courier to bring that salve, which I'm not sure really matters at this point. In fact, bot lane, hold on a goddamn minute. Kel'Thuzad drops so darn fast. Magical finds himself a kill and a quick -2 in straight off the bat. And I'm not sure how the hell he got in that position, but it looks like he may have been on top of that tree and they may have cut it down. Mid lane Kira almost drops. Almost takes out the courier as well on the Viper. So it looks like so far Kira's not going to have the easiest time in the world. Then again though, once you've got a few more levels in that Death Pulse, and you start healing up so ridiculously fast every creep hit you get, it's going to be a big deal. Good Fisher block coming out onto Tengu. Now the Jingu Mastery is there. He just has to catch up though. And he's just not fast enough as that Monkey King right now to be able to get those last hits in. Meanwhile, Koala forced to back off in that off lane. And things not working out quite as well as they thought on the side of RRQ right now. Apart from Yabby, who's having a good old time in the mid lane. Tengu Gonna miss that stun onto Zephyr, who will find himself the illusion. And just wants to outrun this Nyx right now because he doesn't want to lose his clarity.
Yes.
Bottom lane, there might be some action, and they do find the stun onto Kel'Thuzad. Now the chain stun as well. Kel, he might be in big trouble. Good Fisher comes out. Now the Jingu Mastery as well. Will he be able to outrun this? No, he won't. He needed to man fight, it looked like. Now the Arcane Curse as well, but that was a 1-for-1 trade, so not the worst in the world. Asil still looking for the Nyx Assassin, but we'll have to let him go for the time being. And again, they can't really ignore how much damage the heal does, the Shadow Wave bomb or heal bomb does from Asil right now. This early on, it just deals so much damage if there's enough heroes or creeps around an enemy hero. They made that mistake last game. We'll see if they make it again. Kira now copping so much damage from Yabi, and he's even diving under the tier 1. And that's just something you can do as a Viper. But again, thanks to that Death Pulse passive that he has, he'll be able to heal up relatively fast. Yabi's just trying to keep that harass up as much as he can, but it's still, like, at this point, Kira's not really going to have too much of an issue. In fact, hold on a minute, Corgi came in with the sticky napalm, but we'll give up on that. And even if he had gotten close, it's killing a Viper is just so hard early. Looks like Tengu making a rotation. Asil is relatively low. They do get him with the Arcane Curse, but I don't think they can see him. Tengu. Oh, he's going to spot him. He might just spot him here. And he will now. He's seen him, but in fact, he'll go for Kel'Thuzad. They do not know. They do find the stun. 458 jumps in as well. The Balance Strike does connect, but Kel'Thuzad has nowhere to run here, and he should just drop. There's still a stun available. In fact, they found Asil on the Dazzle as well. And that's 2 for 0. A great little dive coming up from 498.
Like a drunk sailor.
Regeneration.
And things again looking very, very bad for RRQ right now. 1-5 at almost 5 minutes in. I mean, like I said, Yabi's having a decent time in the mid lane. He's almost double the last hits of Kira right now, but things still aren't looking very good. Kira making a run for it. There is a Fisher available. Zephyr trying to find it, but Yabi copping too much damage from Tengu right now. Spike Carapace perfectly timed as well. And Kira gonna make the chase right now. Yabi, he might actually die. No, he won't anymore.
No, don't think so.
They will be forced to use that shrine up, but that's perfectly fine. Tengu now back to that bot lane. Magical is there as well. They do find a stun, and it is on to Kel'Thuzad. They really don't want to give Monkey King any space whatsoever. Again, he does find the Jingu Mastery. Now the Shallow Grave. He needs to fight this one out, it feels like. He does use a Balance Strike and heals up half HP, but not really enough to do the job quite yet. Now the stun as well, and that should be enough. Tengu will pick that one up. And this is just looking worse and worse for RRQ. 1-6 now. 6 minutes in. Speaking of which, Koala could be in a bit of trouble. Corgi wants to stack up those sticky napalms. I mean, Koala's been having a decent time at the off lane, but not good enough to really make up for all these kills going on in the bot lane. Because Kel'Thuzad, in comparison to last game, they're not giving him any space whatsoever. .458 trying to fight them over these neutral creeps, and he will get most of them. Kel'Thuzad now might actually be in trouble. He gets the Arcane Curse on him again. Now the stun up as well, and they'll find this kill. In fact, no, they won't. Shallow Grave is there from Asil, but what can he really do here? He has the Jingu again. Now the Balance Strike, but can he deal the damage? No, he can't. 458 with the stun. Now Zephyr, he's just going to make the chase, but 458, he's pretty tanky. Asil goes down as well. 458 ends up dropping thanks to Yabby. And Yabby going to start making the chase onto Magical right now. Magical trying to make a run for it. He needs one more poison attack. He does find it. Now the Fisher as well. And this is going to be a dead silencer. And some big kills coming the way of RRQ. Some good return kills. And that's going to mean a lot of golden XP. And you don't want to give them away to the Viper.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Because Viper's one of those heroes where they're like the king of the mid game. Like early to mid game, it's just impossible to deal with them. Koala. Just a casual stun from 458. In fact, mid lane, what the hell's going on here? Kel'Thuzad again, they do not want to let the poor man go. Asil tried to save him. He did not have Shallow Grave off cooldown to use it. Now he'll cop the Reaper Scythe just for his trouble. And Kira up to full HP and mana once again. And I mean, Kel'Thuzad, they're literally giving him no space whatsoever. 0 to 6 right now. Like, what can the man really do? Looks like they will find Koala. He is shrined up though. He does have a lot of sticky napalms too, in fact. They do make the chase up. And it looks like he should just end up dying here. Zephyr is there to try and help out. The balance strike did come in, but Kel'Thuzad stunned himself thanks to the Spike Carapace. In fact, they'll come in for a few neutral creeps as well while they're at it. 496. They're just finding everything on the map right now. Tengu misses that stun. Kel'Thuzad has to be careful. He's just gone into fight. He's had enough of all these deaths. They're going to try and find more return kills. Now Yabby finds the he finds the Viper Strike onto Tengu. He'll let the arrest take care of that. Kel'Thuzad will pick that one up. He wants Magical. He can't get in range for an attack though. And they'll find Corgi as well. So that's a double kill going to the way of Kel'Thuzad. And well, that might help him catch up quite a lot. We'll bring up the net worth. We'll see what's happening. And as you can see, at this point, he's at 1.9k net worth, which is very bad as a carry. But after those 2 kills, he's going to catch up substantially, I feel. That being said, 458 wants to go for a gank again. That being said, Asil is in the area. Meanwhile, top lane is being pushed in, as well as the bot lane that just got pushed in by Kira. So they are going to trade for those. Mid lane, there might be some action though. Zephyr shows himself. He wants 458. The God Strength has been used. Corgi's there as well. Tengu actually shows up and, I mean, he's just by himself now. Zephyr, they just leave him be. The rest of the team just did not want to come in to try and help out after that. And again, you can't really blame them.
Radiant's bottom tower faces a stiff wind. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Things will slow down again, but 5 to 12 so far. Now Koala has to be careful not to get too greedy with this, because Magical is in the area. Bot lane, Corgi trying to juke out as much as he can, but he copped the Viper Strike, and that should do the job, and it does. Yabby will pick that one up. It feels like 496 just have to be somewhat careful at this point, because you really don't want to give these kills away. But they are trying to keep that momentum going. Now, Kira, that's a massive one if they can find it, but he cops the Reaper Scythe onto the Jakiro. Koala was not expecting the Nyx to be in the vicinity, and that's generally what happens. That's generally the reason you pick up the Nyx, because he just vendettas, he's in the area, and he just makes sure that if you're going to jump on him, well, he's going to jump on you. Corgi now, going to get shown from Asil, but Asil copping a lot of damage, and cops the lasso as well. A lot of damage coming out from Yabby as well, but it's too slow. Now Tengu, going to try and help out his buddy a bit. Can't really do so. Corgi, he should just drop here. The evade, the uphill miss. That is rather disgusting, but Yabby gets the kill thanks to that passive corrosive skin. It looks like the dire side, 496, they will go for some kind of smoke attempt. No, not even. They'll just heal up and they'll say no thank you to the smoke. So Zephyr just denying that top lane now. Tengu, again, keeping up a lot of vision on the side of RRQ. Did he see the Monkey King jump up? Well, he'll see him now. The Primal Strike. That wasn't actually Primal Strike, my apologies. That was his Primal Spring. Kel'Thuz's up. There's a Viper Strike mid lane. They found Kira again. No, it's magical, in fact. He will end up dropping, and of course, once the Viper Strike is there, that's basically a guaranteed kill. Kel'Thuz's, meanwhile, still farming, and Tengu's still behind him. They are going to make a jump, because the 458 is in the vicinity, and that's a lot of damage. Kel'Thuz's, he's got nowhere to run. The stun's thrown out. 458 finds an easy kill, but his tier 1 is dropping mid lane. Not the worst trade in the world for the side of RRQ, but at the same time, 498, or 496, my apologies, they do find a kill for themselves, and again, still slowing down Kel'Thuz's. Not allowing this Monkey to get online. Now they'll find the Earthshaker Zephyr. Going to be chased up. He really can't back out of this one. He has no mana for the Echo Slam either. And it's as easy as that. That being said though, RRQ, they want Corgi, they want 458. Now Corgi shows where they are. Yabby, he just can't get that attack off. Now he can. And this should be a dead Corgi. There is a stun that comes out. Silence as well. Corgi. Jewel Breath connects. He's still trying to basically waste as much time as possible. Rest of the Dire are running in. And Yabby going to be in trouble now. Cops a stun. And this is a really good rotation coming out from 496. Although, hold on a minute. Boundless Strike. Kel'Thuz's is there. But he doesn't really have anything to do with this. He just gets Reaper Scythe on the Yabby. The Shallow Grave is there as well, though. The Echo Slam onto 2. That's going to deal a lot of damage. They take down 2 straight away. 458. Trying to deal as much damage as he can, but he's got no God Strength left. They take a Seal down. It's a 2 for 2 so far. Yabby, that's a big one if they can get it. And they will. Magical picks that one up. And again, 496. They get the better of this trade. Magical now, plus 18 stolen intelligence. This is slowly turning into a core silencer. Because there comes a point in the game where you think to yourself, I guess I'm not really a support anymore if I've got this much intelligence stolen. Lasso onto Kel'Thuz's again. He just can't escape these damn people. Kel'Thuz's is just going to get run down right now. Boundless Strike will connect and the Shallow Grave is there. They might just go for a Seal instead. In fact, they will. Magical is in the vicinity. Cannot find him thanks to that Fisher from Zephyr. But still, they find a Seal. In fact, no, hold on a minute. They did find him. I could have sworn he got out, but nevertheless, they do find him thanks to that silencer. I don't want to... This isn't about the Monkey King, because he's not playing bad. It's just that somehow in hell, they always have vision on him. The Nyx Assassin, the Bat Rider. Just that vision that they have on the side of 496 right now. They're basically making it so Yabby's going to have to be the carry of the team, and Viper isn't that great late game. In comparison to a Sven, it can't really compete. Unless it has some ridiculous farm over the Sven, which, I mean, Sven's not farming very badly. 458. It's picking out those ancient stacks saying, where the hell are they? But he'll be fine. Kira now. Might get jumped on, but Zephyr not willing to pull the trigger quite yet. He does have the blink dagger now. Tengu, they do find him. The sentry ward is there, and he does use a spike carapace and a double stun as well. He will end up dropping, though. There was no help on the way. And they'll finally find that pesky, the pesky Nyx Assassin. Kind of the same way that that 496 did last game around, but just placing random sentries around the map. Seeing if they can bait out a Nyx. There is a smoke though. 496. They want to get some revenge for their friend. Got to be careful not to get stunned up too much. Corgi runs in. He has the lasso. The God Strength was used. The Viper Strike as well onto the Bat Rider though. They want to take down Zephyr immediately, and they do. Corgi's still fine through all this. Yabby now, he's in big trouble. He gets rooted up. He should drop, but the Shallow Grave is there, but still he's surrounded. He will just end up dropping to all this, and he gets Reaper Scythe at the end of the day. Now they'll catch a Seal as well. That's 3 down for the side of RRQ. In fact, it might just be 4, because Koala, he's running right now, but it's looking a bit, it's not looking too good. Koala, he gets caught out. The root is there from the silencer. And in fact, never mind. It was actually Kira That's a 4-man wipe. So 496, my goodness, have they really pulled this team around? Because that game 1 was shockingly, it wasn't actually too bad, but it wasn't great. But they've got complete domination in game 2. I mean, you just look at Kel'Thuzad. He's still sitting at 5k net worth. And I've got to say, I'm impressed that he's gotten that far at this point, considering how many times they've managed to find him. Zephyr now. Prime positioning. He's got so many creeps around Kira, but he can't go for the kill himself. He needs some help. Now the TP's come in. They got to jump. There was a bit of a delay. The Fisher is there, but it felt like there was just too much hesitation. They've got to stop it. The balance strike is there, though. Kira, he's going to make a run for this. There's going to be some help. Surely Echo Slam is there as well. Kira, the Macropie, everything. They're throwing everything at this poor Necrophos, and they still haven't killed him. Kira still going through all this. He will end up dropping. There was no help on the way. But, man, it just shows you how hard it is to kill a Necrophos. They will go straight to that bot lane. Try to take down that tier 1. Get a bit of gold on their side. You can see that they've basically told Kel'Thuzad, please do not follow us. Go farm. He's trying to get a Battle Fury. And it feels like he desperately needs to get this farm escalating. There is a God Strength coming out. Now the Lasso as well. They want the big one. Yabby. Fisher is there though. Can they man fight this? No, they can't. The silence is there. Yabby's getting hit quite hard. Now the triple stun coming out from Tengu. And this is just an absolute disaster. 496 triple kill. They'll get the... well, Zephyr will get out, but what does it even matter? This is kind of getting out of control. 496. It's 12 to 28 now. And they're in their stride right now. RRQ, you can feel their hesitation. They're just not jumping when they need to. That being said, 496, they're just feeling so aggressive. They've got so much momentum behind them. And it's just hella hard to stop them at this point. Especially when Kel'Thuzad still is just trying to get this damn Battle Fury. 496 are just not allowing it though. And they're all picking up Midas as well. So all the supports of 496, they're getting those Midases. They want to be able to keep up just in case. Kel'Thuzad again. Tengu finds him. Who's on the way? Of course, it is Corgi. He finds himself an Invis rune as well. And Kel'Thuzad, I mean... can he make it out of this one? There's 2 heroes around the area. Although he does have friends now. They might even go for another hero. No, they want Kel'Thuzad. There it is. The Lasso is there. The Firefly as well. Although Nyx is not in the area, but they get him up the cliff. Kel'Thuzad will throw the Wukong's command. But he's burning out slowly. Now the Viper Strike, the stun out as well. Tengu, the Shallow Grave is there. They will save him. And he TP's out. He's actually going to make it. Yes, he will. No, he won't. Corgi gets the kill in the base. It will be a Nyx for a Monkey King. I mean, I don't know if that was really worth it. Apparently it was relatively even because the Monkey King has no farm, but they barely got that kill. Thanks to the flame break of the Bat Rider, which burnt him out in the base. That must have been pretty darn close though. And still, RRQ, they're very well in this. It's just hard to see them coming back against a Necro Sven. And now Tengu, he's going to find Yabby again, as well as Zephyr. Asil will show himself as well. It looks like they want Koala though. The stun gets thrown out from 458. The God Strength, the stun from Tengu as well. And it's a monster kill coming out from 458. There is a Viper Strike coming out. And who's it on? It's onto Corgi. That's a big one. The Echo Slam is available, but they were silenced up. Now Corgi trying to juke them out. They find a double damage. And Corgi He looks like he will be alright. There's not really much that the side of RRQ can do up against the Firefly Bat Rider. They just don't have that kind of vision. Kel'Thuzad now. Back to the top lane. 458 just stands there waiting for him. He has the God Strength again. Oh, and he's going to jump in. This is going to be bad. God Strength used. Blink is available, but... Oh. Hesitation? Looks like he was expecting the Monkey King to go a bit further up, but Kel'Thuzad going to be thanking his lucky stars, I'm sure. Still though, Sven... Oh no, actually TP's out. Wants to make some kind of use out of the God Strength, and we'll get some Ancients out of it. And some neutral creeps, but... In fact, never mind, the Bat Rider took them all. Oh, Asil. Poor Asil gets lassoed up. The Firefly's there as well, and... Well, he does actually Shallow Grave, but the stun is there from 458. And he will just end up dropping. In fact, they let Magical have it. 458 didn't even want to waste his time getting the last hit. So 13 to 31, 23 minutes in. And again, things look bad. Yabby, he's got a Mask of Madness for himself. That's rather interesting. I haven't seen that one before. Does have the Dragonlance, but he gets stunned up. Hold on a minute, Tengu. There's not really any help yet, but there is Corgi. No lasso available. The Viper Strike gets thrown out. They have the Reaper Scythe onto Kira, and yeah, they'll use it just in case. Give that kill to the Necrophos. Kel'Thuzad gonna have to jump the hell out of there, and he will. In fact, he'll TP on the tree just for extra safety. Meanwhile, mid lane, 458 doesn't even care. He just jumps onto the TP and Kel'Thuzad. The tree. You've never seen someone hit a tree like that before. Meanwhile, Magical, where the hell is he finding Zephyr? He's making a run for it right now. But he did find a big kill onto the Earthshaker, and this is going to be an easy tier 2, and if they have the God Strength up at tier 3, but they won't. Still, tier 2 is better than nothing. Slowly chipping away with that with the physical right clicks. In fact, they fortify them up. They want to deny that. They don't want to allow too much gold onto the side of 496. And in fact, Corgi will steal that one up for himself. Very cheeky play. A right click blink away, of course. Four, 5, 8. Very low, but the shrine is there, and he'll just take the rest of the Ancients. And now... Oh, I thought they were going to rotate to Roshan, but they find Zephyr in the mid lane. And Tengu has just been spot on this whole time. He finds a stun. There is some follow-up coming in. The Arcane Curse is there, and I can't imagine Zephyr's going to be able to run this one away. He does have the shrine there, so he'll delay it, but his team's just not coming in. And they know they can't help him out in that situation. It's a matter of just don't get caught. Which is rather impossible because you're trying to farm, but Tengu is just on you 24/7. It's like Roshan will be the target now. 458. Using that God Strength, of course. Arcane Rune was picked up, so he does get that minus cooldown. It does mean a lot in these kind of games where you just want to be able to use it all the time. Looks like top lane Yabby and Kel'Thuzad going camping in the trees right now. Tengu might show himself, and that might be a quick little easy target, but it looks like Corgi knows what's going on. In fact, Kel'Thuzad will just back out. Oh, Yabby, he's going to get caught. How does Corgi know this? Tengu, he's going to be the thing. He's going to stun him up, and well, Yabby can't really do anything. Like, what can you do in that situation? They just knew what was happening. The game sense from 496 right now is unbelievable. We are now 27 minutes in, 13 to 36. A 19k net worth lead for 496 right now. And, well, Zephyr, he's going to try and go for a solo kill. But he's got some teammates coming in. Magical. He might be big trouble right now. Koala throws down the macro as well. Can they actually catch him though? He's actually pretty darn tanky. Kel'Thuzad comes in the global silence. That was a rather strange usage of a Tengu. Couldn't find the stun. Kel'Thuzad though is there with the god strength. But it looks like they don't want to actually have a go. In fact, no, they do. 458 is making something happen. The Wukong's command comes out. And they'll find Tengu. The Reaper Scythe wasn't Koala on the back lines. Asil trying to back off. Kel'Thuzad has nowhere to go right now, and he's in trouble. He's pretty much going to die. I'm surprised he didn't go for a quick TP play. But it's a 2 for 2, which is arguably good for the side of RRQ. But apparently not, because the goal change was way worse for them than it was for the 496 boys.
Generation.
496 continuing to push up the bot lane. Tier 2 will be the next target. And they are going to start hitting on those tier 3s very, very soon, it feels. They might just head down to the Roshan pit. In fact, no, they won't, because it's not there anymore. Yeah, no, they're just going to run straight to the tier 3 now, because Necro has an Aegis. In fact, they're trying to go through backdoor protect. This is the confidence they have right now. Minus armor did come out from Dazzle, but doesn't really matter too much. Zephyr, is he going to go in? Yes, the Echo is there. Can they deal the damage? Yes, they can. The lasso is there onto Zephyr, but it's not going to matter too much. They get the kill. Kira, are they going to try and chase him up? He's so low right now. They will get the kill. They need to find that second kill onto him, though. Yabi, he's been slowed up so much because of that napalm, but the ice path is there. This is a successful defense if I've ever seen one. Kira gets dropped as well. They want more. They need more. Corgi, he'll be the target. In fact, no, they found Tengu. The Spike Carapace is there. The stun misses. Now the Balance Strike actually got the Bat Rider instead. Corgi, he'll be the target. They'll find him. They'll get him with the poison attack. Yabi's on a double right now. Corgi, they know he's there. They have no detection though. I could have sworn they should have just picked up a gem. Thanks to killing off that Bat Rider, but I don't see it on anyone. In fact, it may be the Nyx that picked that up, and it was. So Tengu actually did go back in, get that gem, and basically saved his own life.
This'll come in handy.
Because had they picked up that gem, I mean, it probably would have been a fairly easy kill for the side of RRQ. They will finally be able to push out of their base a bit and get a bit of breathing room on the side of RRQ. Let's have a look at the farm of some heroes, because we haven't seen that in a fair bit right now. Kel'Thuzad. We saw him struggling for that Battle Fury. He has it now, but he's trying for that Diffusal next. They might find themselves a kill onto Kira. Now, this will be massive. They do throw the Wukong's command out, and the Boundless Strike, and the Macro. Everything's coming out. He used the Ghost Shroud, but it might be too much damage. The Global Silence is there. Kira, he's just going to drop. He used the Reaper Scythe, though, onto the Monkey King. Now Kel'Thuzad just wants to back the hell out of there. Corgi, he's going to try and find a return kill. A lot of heroes coming in from the back lines. Looks like Yabi will slow down the Sven for the time being. And that should be enough, although Koala can't really get out. He gets stunned up thanks to the Spike Carapace, and he will end up dropping, but one would say that's arguably a good trade, although Asil will drop as well. 2 heroes for a Necrophos. I don't know if you'd call that even, but
Tower is under attack.
if they could maybe find that tier 2, doesn't look like they will. Zephyr, he hasn't even got much mana to go with on this magical. He does just hit it once with the enchant totem and back the hell out, realizing that Silencer can't actually stun him up at all. 19 to 41, 31 minutes in. The net worth has dropped a bit to 15k instead of 19 now for 496. So they're giving their lead away just a bit. Yabi has got a BKB on the courier now. Tengu might be able to snipe that though. It would actually be massive if he did. Although the courier, Oh, Tengu, will he see it? No, he did not get there in time. Yabi gets stunned up. Now 458 is there. They will just take him all out with the lasso and the global just in case the shallow grave was there, which it was. Asil was in the vicinity to throw that out. And the bot lane is being pinged out. They want that tier 3 so badly.
Dire are scanning for enemies.
Oh, Echo. It's onto the Sven by himself. Wukong's command comes out as well. They hold him in place. And they're going to take him out. Now, actually, Tengu's in big trouble. Kira's there. Tengu manages to run off. And it doesn't look like they want to go up the uphill. Zephyr will find a stun onto Kira. Can they find the kill, though? The Ghost Shroud, so annoying. Magical is hitting pretty hard right now as well. Koala will throw the Ice Path out and delay things. But still, apparently this tier 3 is going to be the bane of 496's existence. And I was questioning the Echo Slam coming out from the Earth Shaker, but apparently it was the right thing to do. And well played to them. That's their second successful high ground defense on RRQ side. And this is going to be somewhat demoralizing. Because they just keep throwing bodies away at that tier 3 and not really dealing any damage to it. Oh, Magical. Is he going to go for it? Oh, they found him. Koala with the Yules. Now the Ice Path as well. Zephyr has the Fisher. And it's all going to be too much for poor old Magical, who will just end up dropping. And the Roshan, they did go searching for it. It may respawn in 15 seconds, but they want that tier 2 top. They've got to start finding those towers and opening up the map a bit. If they find a kill on Kira, it will actually be pretty darn massive. Ice Path does actually connect. Koala, what an absolute god. He's going to find the Yules as well. Zephyr is there. The Fisher connects onto 2. The Macro as well. The Ghost Shroud. He's still copying a lot of damage right now. 458 comes in though. They find a stun. Viper, he's going to fight like an absolute man right now, although he won't. The Wukong's command finally comes out. The Shallow Grave as well. Who are they killing? It's 3 down for the side of 496. Yabi being chased up as well. 458 will find that one. Asil though, trying to run out of there. Corgi's there as well. There's 2 down for the side of the Radiant right now. Kel'Thuzad just trying to get out on Zephyr. He will probably be a sacrifice. He does blink out. Still trying to run. Has the Force stuff. Just trying to juke as much as he can. He also has the Yule Scepter. Zephyr, can he make it? He uses the Bat Rider. Maybe should have used himself right there, but Fisher is there. Now TP as well. And Corgi will not be able to find it. And that would be a relatively successful team fight for the side of RRQ, I feel. Although, Kel'Thuzad is going to meet his worst enemy once again. 458 wants to go for him. No God Strength available, but look at the darn damage. He does have a defusal and manages to slow him down just enough. And that will do the job. And they'll just go back up to that high ground and make sure they defend that. Roshan is still not up, although it is up in 20 seconds. That's a rather early Roshan. And so things are they're getting closer. This was looking like a real stomp, but not the case apparently. 13k net worth lead is still a very substantial amount. But not substantial enough to really call it, you know, GG. Tengu, oh, Echo Slam. Fisher as well, Enchant Totem, and another Enchant Totem, and Zephyr will just get away with murder, it feels. Corgi, he's going to try and find a return right now. The blink is there, but the slow from the neutrals. That's going to be annoying. And they'll get a bit of dewarding out of that Firefly, I suppose. Zephyr? We'll just blink out and TP after that Fisher. Just wanted to get a few creep hits. Yabi will be the target of this next gang coming out from 296 or 496. These damn numbers. Please don't name your team after numbers. It's very frustrating. No, I'm just joking. Name it whatever you want. Roshan will be the target. 496. 458 just ripping it apart right now. And he does have that Daedalus, of course. You've got to be very careful not to get critted. And it will go again to Kira.
Dire's bottom tower is about
And again, that line. In fact, it's actually the Radiant that are drawing out that line. They know that the bot tower will be the one that's going to be targeted. They're still putting in some rather aggressive wards. And just TPing up before he gives his life away. Realizing he really can't afford to give any lives away right now. See Yabby actually going for a Heaven's Halberd. Which is a smart choice because he realizes the later this goes, the more advantage Sven has against him. So rather than try and man fight, just make it so he can't hit you. And just wait till Kel'Thuzad can actually, you know, put up with this dance Sven. There might be a bit of a team fight. Corgi, he will end up finding the Viper and Yabby. Well, he's up on the hill right now. He gets dragged down, in fact. Corgi. Questionable why he would drag him down, and the Fisher actually saved Yabby. And they will just be willing to go for a team fight, it feels right now. 458, still looking. Has the God Strength available. BKB from Yabby and TP out immediately. They'll probably give Zephyr away, and actually Yabby almost died to that. Zephyr should just end up dropping. He has the Echo, but surely he's not going to commit it, and he won't. He does have a buyback available. But it looks like 496 will just force that one out, and then probably make a just back off. In fact, they're looking for more kills. Jakiro kind of showing himself a bit of a koala, a bit of an expert here. He will back off. Tengu trying to find a bit more kills, just so they can pretty much secure the high ground. And he will spot out Kel'Thuzad, but a bit too close to his base to go on right now, it feels. Magical's actually got a refresher rune now. So we've got the double global. That's going to be really painful in a team fight. 12 seconds of silence. That is quite a lot. That bot tower will be the target. That being said, Zephyr is back up and ready. He has the Echo Slam as well. Everyone's ready to fight right now. And again, this has been the bane of 496's existence. Zephyr's got to make a big play though. It's really up to him to get a massive Echo. Yabby will get started on Kira. Fisher is there as well. Ice Path as well. Yabby just hitting up on him. A lot of damage being dealt. But you can't forget, Kira does have a cheese as well as an Aegis, so you've got to kill him quite a few times. But right now, realizing that their Monkey King is still very underfarmed, they're just happy to be able to just hold this high ground and delay this game as much as they possibly can. The root is there, Kira. Still being chased up. The lasso is there. Fisher as well. And the BKB from 458. Yabby, he's just going to drop. And the Reaper's Sight to finish it all off. Jakiro trying to make it back here. But they should be able to find at least a tier 3. Oh, the Echo Slam onto 3. And now Kira, he's going to get jumped on. No, they're going onto the Sven. That's a bigger target right now. 458 though just takes out the Earthshaker. Buybacks coming out from both the Viper and the ES. Yabby now making the chase. Wants to get the Nyx Assassin. But they already got the Sven. Kira's stuck in the base. He went too deep. He threw his life away. Oh, Kira, what have you done? He's just going to go down through the cheese and the Aegis. The two cores of 496 go down. Now the push is going to come out. There are buybacks available, but it looks like RRQ are very interested in making sure that the buybacks are forced. Zephyr, learning very quickly he's fighting illusions. They can definitely push a tier 2 here. The question is, do they have enough time to get to the tier 3? The bot lane is also being pushed in. They don't want to let it push into too close because that tier 3 could end up dropping. One would ask, why is there an observer ward placed under the tower? Nobody really knows.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's
it looks like they will have just enough time to force out those buybacks. Still another 25 seconds on each core of 496. They don't want to use them, but they're going to lose their tier 3 if they don't. Arcane Curse comes out. Now the Ice Path. They found the Silencer Magical. He's going to drop. They're so close to respawning, but they just don't want to use it right now. Fortification as well. The Lasso. They found Koala, but this could be another bait. They're just trying to delay this tier 3 as much as they can, but the tier 3 is going to drop. Tengu gets a good stun off, but that'll be it. The tier 3 is gone. They're going to go for the racks right now. Tengu, he might drop here, and it looks like he just will. He will end up dropping to the tick damage, but 458, he's back now. Shallow Grave onto Kel'Thuzad. He's going to have to man-fight this one, and he will with the Jingu, but it's not enough. It looks like the Echo Slam, though. They'll take down the Sven. He'll have to buy back. Kira, he's still trying to fight. In fact, no, he won't buy back on the Sven quite yet. The Reaper Scythe on the Viper, still alive through all this. He will end up dropping. Now is Seal. In fact, no, it's Zephyr. They'll get him. It looks like Koala's going to drop as well. Shallow Grave is there. They'll take down Koala. As Seal's left, he should just end up dropping Zephyr. He blinks out somehow. He's still making a run for it. Kira wants blood, and he wants Earthshaker's blood at that. As Seal, he will end up dropping. He's gone. Zephyr ended up getting out at the end of the day. And no, wait a minute. Kira is like the Terminator right now. Fisher is there to stop the chase. Now, they forced some buybacks out from 496. The problem is, though, that RRQ are going to have to buy back themselves now, and they did not successfully get that melee racks. So it felt like they had a bit of a gap where they could have just backed out after the tier 3, gotten a few shrines, you know, taken the map advantage away from the 496 boys. They feels like they got a bit greedy. And now they're in this situation where they've got to buy back on their cores. And Yabby doesn't even have buyback. He used it in the last fight. There's no Echo Slam up as well. And I mean, this is a rack's gone. They're not even going to buy back for it. They're just going to wait it out. They know they've lost it. Zephyr, just waiting for that Echo. He really needs it to engage in these team fights. They will end up backing off. Did they get the... Yeah, they got the melee racks. They left the range. Which is naturally not as important. Meanwhile, Corgi, straight up to that top tower. Pushing out those creep waves. Tengu again. He's just looking for some heroes. This man never gives up. And you can't blame him. He's had so much success this game. Oh, 458. He'll find one. They're going to find another. Zephyr's been lassoed up and he'll just drop. He doesn't have buyback. The Reaper Scythe is there from Kira. The BKB was used on the Monkey King as well, but the global silence. I don't think they can defend this, but they've got to try their best. RRQ. They've lost their initiator. I don't know how that they can really defend this tier 3. They could just get megaed here. And somehow 496 have finally found the gap they needed. They will find Yabby, it looks like, as well. In fact, no, they'll just ignore him for the time being. He does BKB up and go for a fight, but the second melee is already down. And they might even just turn around after this BKB is gone. Realizing there's no buybacks available. Now there is on Koala. I don't know how much it's really going to do though. Corgi gets diffused up, but he'll be perfectly fine. They're just going to rotate straight to that tier 3. At the very least, forcing Corgi, or Koala I should say, to buy back. But I feel like without that Earthshaker, there's not really too much to be afraid of. Because their main initiation is gone. And in fact, 496, they found something to be afraid of because they're going for the shrines instead. And that's perfectly fine. The Roshan, it will be back up in 18 seconds. So they might get unlucky and check and then realize it's not there and be like, oh, it's not there. It's just really unfortunate because if they were 10 seconds later, they would have found themselves a nice little Roshan to take as well. But nevertheless, they're going to smoke straight into the base of RRQ. Tengu again with that Vendetta. They're going to find the Monkey King who just jumps straight into them. He does BKB up, but what does it matter when you're getting critted that hard? He does have a BKB available, or a buyback available on the Monkey King, but Earthshake is still down for another 10. It is enough time if they can drag this out for the Earthshaker to be back, and in fact he will be. But this is the final defense coming out from RRQ. 496 have the chance to even this out, make it a 1-to-1 series. They will jump in Echo onto Kira, but he has a BKB and he's perfectly fine with that global silence. The Lotus Orb Lasso on the Viper Yabi might be able to find himself a kill. It looks like they will onto Corgi. In fact, no, he backs off perfectly fine right now. And they defend, but the Dire's headed straight to that Roshan pit. And as long as they check, they'll be able to see that the Roshan is there. In fact, they haven't quite yet. Kira will run in. He will see it. And now they go, oh, wait a minute. There's a Roshan. Let's take that straight away. And now the question, of course, will be, can RRQ continue to somehow defend? In fact, never mind. They realize there's a Roshan attempt. They go for a smoke. However, the smoke looks like it was scouted out. There isn't an Observer Ward in the base. And looks like Zephyr will actually start going on it. There's going to be a team fight, though. The Dire know about this, and they get a seal straight away. They root him up. The global silence as well. There's not much they can do here. Kel'Thuzad, he's going to drop... No, the tree! He got away with a tree. The Reaper Scythe is there. They're going to find another. Yabi's going to get caught out. He's almost dead. In fact, he should just be. I think this is going to be a GG call. In fact, it is. They call it. They've had enough. There's no buybacks available. And 496 will even the series out 1-to-1. And guys, that was a best of 2 series, so that will be it for the night. I believe there is more JDL, or JoinDotA League, Season 11, coming up very, very soon, in fact. I don't know who's streaming it, so I couldn't really give you guys a stream. It is going to be between Happy Feet and Entity. And I believe, I'm just checking the time for you guys, but I'm fairly sure it's starting in 22 minutes. So 22 minutes from now, Happy Feet versus Entity. I apologize, I do not know what the stream is for that one. It won't be me. Although, if you guys want, just go to trackdota.com and you'll be able to see it. Like I said, 22 minutes from now, guys. Otherwise, I appreciate the viewers sticking around. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, follow me at MLPDota on Twitter. Otherwise, follow the Twitch channel as well. I'll be streaming a lot more often, and very soon I'll be streaming full time. As in casting full time. So if you enjoyed, like I said, follow Twitter, Twitch. Otherwise, it's been a pleasure, guys. You guys have a great night ahead, and I'll see you next time.